So, being based in Dubai,
yeah,
and obviously there's famous cases of like good old Brits getting over there and getting a bit carried away with drinking and all the things that come with it. Have you ever been privy to any of that? Have you ever fallen victim to any of that?
I think a lot of it is just the media.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I sometimes think that.
Yeah.
We've talked about, should we go to Dubai? And I always think, I just remember tabloid stories of like, Jesus Christ, if you have fun, you get locked up.
No, absolutely not. It's absolutely crazy for the drinking and partying. And you can do absolutely, really anything you want. Mm-hmm. So the stories that are in the newspaper are definitely exaggerated. Right. And they must have done something wrong to get into trouble with the police.
Right.
Because the police they're quite laid back with you as long as you're nice to them. Yep. Whereas if you start giving attitude, then that's when
And how are they dealing with you as like a Caucasian Westerner? Are they generally...
To be honest, they're absolutely fine. Like right. I've never really interacted with them, but every time you see them, they're friendly. Once I got pulled over driving, just as a random check, and... Yeah, they were absolutely fine.
Right.
And obviously, like over there, as a woman, especially if you're like driving, for example, Marcus was in the car with me, so they will speak to him on my behalf because that's the polite thing to do. Oh, okay. Like you would never address a woman straight away. That's
mad. So how's that been to adjust to then?
It's kind of a good and a bad thing. Yeah. Because then nobody can come up to you and start like. So for example, let's say if you're married. By law, a man is not allowed to come up to you and start talking to you if you're alone. So if let's say they come up to you and start having a go at you or something, you can just report them to the police.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a good and a bad thing.
So can you see, like, having obviously the contrast of being English and living in this country, can you see how that, like, affects the culture of how people are? Can you, like, literally see that?
I feel like over here it's a bit too laid back now. But maybe because I've been over there for so long.
That's what I wanted to get to with you. Because, I mean, we spent time in Thailand, as you know, and you came to see us, didn't you?
Yeah.
And even in just a year, coming back here after a year was like...
It's just crazy.
So strange. Yeah. Like how green everything is. And like the roads are, compared to Thailand, yes, smooth and like operational and the signs everywhere and it's quite efficient. And so is it... Have you noticed that then in all those years, those 7 years of like when you come back, you feel like we've come more laid back or took our eye off the ball? Which one?
It's just more laid back, I would say.
Is that good? I'd like to think that was good.
I would say it's good, but then I think sometimes people take the piss with it a little bit, especially with all this situation, let's say. Like, it feels like the police here have, like, no authority. Mm-hmm. Whereas in, like, say, for example, in Dubai, people stick to the rules. And, okay, like, it is a bit of a dictatorship, let's say, but people respect that. And it's very safe. Like, let's say if I go to a bar and I leave my phone, purse, car keys, everything on the table, if I went for 2 hours, they'd be still in the same spot. No one would dare touch your things.
Right.
It's like completely safe. You could leave your kids running around. They'd be, do you know what I mean? If you went off, they'd be absolutely fine. Whereas here, you would never do that.